And today we have Valerie Robitaille, who is a holistic nutritionist holding a MS in human nutrition and a PhD in community health education and promotion. Hello, Val.
Hi, Tavan.
Right, so can you tell us a little bit about how can hydrogen therapy help with pain relief?
Okay. Inflammation is the cause of pain.
Okay.
And inflammation, what happens is when something happens in the body, there's a stimulus that causes pain. And so the body tells certain cells, certain substances to go in and start to heal right away that wound in the body, but the inflammatory products that are produced actually are the things that cause the pain.
Yes.
So there are two types of pain. We have acute pain and we have chronic pain. The acute pain is when that stimulus is present, like when you sprain your ankle, right? You just sprained it and it's happening right then and there.
And that's considered normal, right? To experience, so your body knows that there's a part that has been injured or damaged?
Yes, and it sends all of the substances, which are called inflammatory products, to that area to start, signaling other substances to come to that area. Maybe you need some white blood cells there, or, these are all called inflammatory products.
Okay.
So that's acute pain. Now, chronic pain is when the stimulus has been removed, but there's still pain there. In pain, the cytokines that we discussed in another video, which you could see up here. So cytokines regulate the body's response to disease and infection, and they are pro-inflammatory. We also have anti-inflammatory cytokines. So the body is in a constant state of balancing these things that are signaling to each other, and when we have lots of free radicals and problems, these signals get crossed, and this is where the hydrogen comes in, because it improves cell signaling. Also, in another video, which you can see up here, we discussed how hydrogen can go into the cell and pop off the oxidation that is being produced by some of the harmful substances that are pro-inflammatory. They're still dealing with the wound. So the problem with the cytokines is that when they go to one area and it's working on one area with white blood cells and all the other inflammatory products, it can go into the circulation and start affecting secondary organs. So it's not just a problem with the site of the pain. So that's a little bit about the pain. Acute pain is sudden, like when you stub your toe. Chronic pain is long-term, and in most cases, analgesics are used, but these are problematic due to addiction, like the opiate problem that we have. Yeah. In acute pain, when the cause of the pain is resolved, signaling typically stops. So remember, that's short-term pain, signaling of, let's go, that typically stops. But when the pain lasts, say, about 3 months...
An extended period of time.
Yeah, then it's considered chronic. Okay. And this is because the sensory cellular signaling doesn't stop for whatever reason. I mean, we know that scar tissue can be painful.
Yes.
That's chronic pain.
Now, with this chronic pain, or just pain in general, the reason why you were talking about these products that can go in and cause problems, is it because pain and inflammation is so interrelated? Is that the reason why?
Yes, inflammation is really a big one. Yeah, and it's the cytokines.
Wow.
So when the signaling doesn't stop, in the case of chronic pain, this can lead to a pathophysiological state of nervous system hyperactivity. And the perception of pain becomes intensified.
Okay.
So we know that hydrogen enters every cell of the body, including the central nervous system.
Yes.
Right? So when this chronic situation is happening and we do the hydrogen treatment for it, it's helping the central nervous system to stop signaling because the stimulus has been removed.
Yeah.
It's really very, very helpful for chronic pain. So we've heard a lot about the cytokine storm in the news lately due to a virus that's going around the world.
Yeah.
Well, when the body recognizes that there's a foreign substance in the body, such as a virus, it's going to send those pro-inflammatory cytokines to that site. We call this a cytokine storm.
So these cytokines do have a natural function.
Yes, they do.
But you can have a situation where they go out of control. It seems they go out of control, and it can lead to other secondary knock-on effects.
Yes, exactly. It's like the autoimmune response that we talked about in another video, which you could see up here. And with the autoimmune response, the body doesn't recognize that something is a normal cell. It thinks that it's a foreign substance because there are all these chemical reactions going on the outside of the cell, usually due to oxidative processes.
Right.
So it attacks, but it doesn't stop attacking, and eventually it attacks our organs because all the stuff is going on, and it's trying its best to signal and make sure that things are being healed, but it doesn't stop. There's an abnormal signaling process going on
I
there.
see. So hydrogen is able to stop that that knock-on effect?
Yes, because hydrogen, like we have described in this series, goes everywhere, into every single cell, into every part of the cell, and donates energy that normalizes certain processes, helps to create new stem cells, regenerates stem cells, and these are all processes of healing.
Okay. Now, in order for someone to be able to get the benefit of hydrogen therapy when it comes to pain, which I guess is similar to wounds, or is normally from a wound you get the pain, what would probably be the best way of experiencing the treatment? Would it be maybe inhalation of the hydrogen therapy gas, or drinking it, or maybe even applying the hydrogenated water to the point of the wound if it's on the skin somewhere?
Yeah, well, you can do any combination of all of those. We do know that when you drink the hydrogen water, some studies say that it goes to every part of your body. It can be measured in your skin within 2 minutes.
Fascinating.
Other studies say 10 minutes. But yeah, and then you can inhale the gas. You can put it on topically. When you put it on topically, it's really a direct method.
Contact.
Yeah, and it helps pain at the moment.
So if you had like a sprained ankle, applying it topically
Would help.
would help.
Yes, indeed.
Well, that's fantastic, Val. Thank you very much.